Good morning, Professor. My name is Karthikeyan, and my project is implementation of web-based Agile Kanban board. Uh, First of all, my sincere apologies to submitting this YouTube links late because what I faced is some technical difficulties while integrating backend with frontend. I am very familiar with backend, and I don't have much experience on the selected front end, which is in Angular JS. I want to learn Angular, so that's the reason I took this as a challenge, and it's a very good learning. And I face a lot of difficulties in using each and every libraries associated with the features. So that's the reason it took a lot of time for me to deliver this. And so agile is an iterative process generally followed by software development team, and agile has a lot of this iterative cycle called sprint. Each sprint will have its own delivery deadline, and typically it would be 14 days to 21 days sprint. So at the each sprint will have a shippable product. So that's the aim of the of a sprint. And Kanban board helps here to understand the status of the sprint, and it will have to do in progress, done status, or something like that. So Agile team comprise of product owner, scrum master, team members. Product owner will have authority to tell what are the items he needs for a particular sprint. Scrum master who executes, and he interacts more with developers and the team to get the work done. And so this is the typical Kanban board what we have. So the idea is to convert this manual Kanban board to a digital Kanban board. So here if you see we have to do, and each and every team member will write their task in this board and stick it on the respective swim lanes. So to do will have its so while starting a sprint, everyone will start with to do. So as the sprint progresses, the task will be moved to in progress, review, or done. And so these are the technologies I have used in my project, and there are two IDEs like Visual Studio 2017 for backend development, Visual Studio Code for front-end development. So front-end uses Angular 7, HTML5, JavaScript, CSS3 with TypeScript, backend implemented using C# and with Web API. REST APIs are implemented. An entity framework is a library which can connect the SQL Server and this REST API. So using that, our data are stored through entity framework to SQL Server. So this is the high-level architecture. So SQL Server from SQL Server, so bottom up. So it will talk to DB context and DB set of entity framework, and it will talk to controllers, and finally the controller will expose some APIs to outside world, which is the front end. So front end is a client which uses the backend, and front end have a lot of services, and these services talk directly to these endpoints provided by the backend, and that's how data are pushed and pulled from the backend to the front end. And using the service, each controller. These are the important controllers I am displaying it here, like sprint controller, Kanban controller, report controller, and there are some other controllers also, but yeah, I can explain while I'm explaining code. And so this uh, each service will talk to the controller. That controller finally decides what to display on the UI. UI is HTML representation, and it gets the all it gets the data from the respective controllers and display in the manner how we designed. And this is the high level architecture and how the data and how the technology uh, are used to interpret the result. So this is the current status of the project, and Angular is based on a Angular-based website framework is designed, and REST APIs with database is already there, and Kanban board is ready, and we can add a task sprint project. So added task can be put in Kanban board, and um, that can be moved to in progress done, and user can view the dashboard, sprint view, project view, and report view. So future works. So there are a lot of items can be done in the future. Like currently, user management is not that great, and we need to add more security to the project, like token-based authentication and role-based authorization needs to be done yet. And there are sprint reports like sprint velocity calculations, burn down charts, and some other data can be presented very useful manner to the customer and improve. There are always a lot of opportunity to improve the UI, and we need to add the ability to handle multiple team and product in the project. So these can be I'm very interested to take it forward to the next semester. In I can complete this in the final project paper. And thank you, Professor. I will upload the code. I will explain more about coding in the next video and upload the same. Um, thank you, Professor.